Hey, what's happening? This is the D Lansky Show. Um, if you don't know, man, the purpose of this show is to give free game to independent artists and entrepreneurs, creatives on the come up, because I didn't have nobody to give me this information when I was coming up. So I figured this is the best way for me to get some information back or give something back, you know what I'm saying? Like from, just a real place. Um, but yeah, check this out, man. If you're watching this show, make sure you like, subscribe, share this with somebody else who might want to see this. And yeah, let's get into it. I want to talk. I want to talk directly to the artists. I want to talk directly to the artists. You know, a lot of artists, they don't even understand that the game that you in, this music business that you're in, the music industry that you're in, it's a people business. You know what I mean? The music business is a people business. You know, you have to treat people how you want to be treated. You have to be a great person. You have to have good energy. You have to be someone that is dependable, somebody that, follows through on their word. Like, a lot of artists leave being a good person off the list. You know what I'm saying? And to be real with you, there are a history of artists who are just like what some people would call terrible people, But everybody have their flaws, I feel. But at the end of the day, things like humility, things like being patient, things like being disciplined, those are the things that bring you success in the music industry. Like, and nobody ever talks about these things. They're left off the list of things to do. You're getting a lot of information from, marketers, guys who run ads on Instagram and girls who run ads on Instagram and or make beats or this and that. And everybody's gonna have a different perspective on what's, the way to get through this thing. And the thing that I can tell you from experience, from things I've seen in the business, things I've seen people go through, deal with, at the end of the day, most of the stuff boils down to being a good person, being a great person. Like, you will have a longer relationship with your label because you was a good person. Like, you was positive, you were receptive, you were, humble. You didn't just make it a situation where it was just about you. A lot of people make things where it's just about themselves, you know what I'm saying? And they forget, like, you got to put other people first. To put yourself first, you got to put other people first. You got to, but to ever put somebody else first, you got to learn how to put yourself first. You know what I'm saying? It starts within. It starts with self-love. It starts with being the best person you can be to yourself. See, a lot of the things that y'all want, a lot of the things that you see people obtain, it came from within. It came from them believing in themselves. You can bring things to fruition with manifestation. If you believe it, if you see it all the way through, it'll happen for you. It's happened for me because I believed it. I saw what I wanted and I achieved it. Everything. And I'm still achieving. That's why I always tell my artists, I tell my clients, like, write down your goals. Write down what you want. Make lists of what it is. Keep writing it. Like, Michael Jackson just revealed in his last movie, that was one of the things that led him to being as great as he was. Michael Jackson wrote down his goals. Michael Jackson knew exactly what he wanted to accomplish, and he went out and accomplished it. Whatever it took. If you're an indie artist, if you're a major artist, if you're an unsigned artist, it don't matter. You're the only one that can limit yourself from the things that you want. Nobody else. I don't care what type of deal you in. Any deal can be redone. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't gotta go pull a fool move to get out of a deal or lie your way out of a deal. Like, any deal can be redone. So to the artists out there, understand the power is within you. Music is one of the most powerful things in the world. Around the world, it's a universal language. People love music. People love the arts. So for the fact that you have the ability and the power to create, the fact that you have the skill within you to make somebody stop, listen, and pay attention, if you have that, you have to lock in and hone it. If you're an artist, you gotta stop overthinking this shit. You gotta stop overthinking this shit. You know what you want to do. You've been knowing what you've been wanting to do since you was little. You seen it for yourself. Go and live out your dreams. You know what I'm saying? Even if you feel like you don't have you don't have the resources. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people always stop at resources. I always talk about this. Don't let your resources limit you. You don't let your resources limit your creativity. Be as creative as possible. If you got a smartphone, you are already 50% ahead of 50% of the most of the world. You know what I'm saying? There's people around the world that'll do anything to get their hands on a smartphone or a smart device, whether that's an Android or iPhone. And some of y'all are complaining about whether it's an Android or iPhone. You know what I mean? If you got a friend, they got a camera. If you got, a friend that make beats, you already ahead of most artists. It's about having relationships. So back to what I said earlier, it's about making sure that you in tune and intact with your relationships, and that you know what I'm saying, that you are doing what the fuck it take, you know what I mean, to solidify your relationships. You are making sure that you making the phone calls to your partners. You making sure that you are tapping in and you're in the studio, you know what I mean, when your number call, like when the homies like, hey, pull up to the studio, you pulling up. You know what I'm saying? You got to be overly dedicated to this shit. A lot of artists want managers. Y'all want executives to work with y'all. Y'all want us to stop what we doing. But y'all not trying to put in the work. And it's not everybody. It's not a majority. There are artists out there. Like, it might be you watching this right now that got the heart in you to... You don't need a team. You can go and get it done. You know what I'm saying? But if you doubt in yourself, if you feel like, man, I need a team, you already losing. You already losing. Your team is gonna come to you or build itself around you or easily be put together when you are putting forth an effort that people are like, man, I gotta get behind this. I gotta be a part of what you got going on, because they don't wanna feel like, man, I could have been a part of something. Everybody want to be a part of something. Everybody want to be a part of something. So if you're an artist, keep putting out your best effort. And let me tell y'all something, because I think a lot of artists miss this too. A lot of y'all are trying too hard. When I say trying too hard, it's like you showing it too much on this internet how bad you want it. Like, I saw artists, you know what I'm saying, that been reaching out to me, and I saw some content that they posted, and I was like, man, this is a part of the reason right here. Like, as an artist, you are an entertainer. You are creating fantasy for people. You are, a poet. You are, a sense of relief to a lot of people. So the energy that you got to possess and give out, man, people got to feel like that shit just come naturally to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want somebody to really lock in with you, because it's hard. We got the indie artists that I'm talking to mostly, y'all are up against a machine. Alright? The machine has been in place, it's been set, it's been in stone for 50, 60 years. Now things are changing. The people in place that were controlling the machine may have changed, but the machine is still there. So you are competing against 30 years of Rick Ross. You're competing against 30 years of a T.I., 25 years of a T.I., 30 years of a J.D. You competing against Future, you competing against Miley Cyrus if you doing pop. You competing against Taylor Swift, Morgan Wallen. You competing against Ella Langley. Like, you're competing against all of these artists that are inside of this huge machine. No matter how artists come off, artists be like, man, I'm independent or this or that. Listen, no matter how independent they were, they depended on somebody. There was somebody in their corner that helped them get to where they went, to help them get to where they needed to go. And I'm not afraid to say it. The gatekeepers are shook up right now. The gatekeepers are shook up right now because the veil is being unlifted. And a lot of people are finding out that, oh, wait, all I need to do is believe in myself. Believe in yourself and put your best effort out, and the rest of it happen for you. Like, at the end of the day, the gatekeepers got to keep the building open. So guess what? We got to let you in. If you figured it out, if you got something that we need, we got to let you in. We need to be a part of that. There's a thing called market share. We got to be a part of that. If you wondering why you're not making as much money as an artist, is because you're distributing your music with the wrong people and they don't got the market share. I'm putting you down because I know. You know, a lot of these people speculate, but I'm putting you down because I know. I've been running a distribution company since 2020. You know what I'm saying? I've been had the technology to go straight to the platforms for the last 6 years now. So when artists talk to me and they ask me like, what do I know? I'm telling them from experience. I can go in and I can see how much Spotify is going to pay. I can see how much YouTube is going to pay. I know what Apple's going to pay. I know what the PROs are paying because I'm doing the business. I'm doing the work. Like, I live it. It's not just speculation. You know, you can read some stuff online and you can speculate all day. Like, I'm seeing people give this advice about publishing administration. Let me give y'all some on publishing administration. If you go and learn what you need to learn, you can go to school and learn how to administer your publishing. So, with that being said, if you go and learn what needs to be learned, you can self-administer your publishing. That's some game for another day. But I'm putting you down. You don't have to just, you hear somebody suggest something to you online and they're like, hey, I'm going to show you how to collect your publishing. Or this how you collect your publishing. Go to use this company. Don't forget, these companies are building for an exit. Like, the proof is in the pudding. Look at DistroKid that just sold for $2 billion. And even if they not looking to just exit, right? Bro, they're taking a percentage from you as an indie artist that you can't afford to give away. Right now, if you're not making $5,000 with your publishing, you don't need a publishing admin. You don't need a publishing admin. Go and take your lazy ass and go register your music. All right? Or pay somebody to do it. You can pay somebody to do your publishing admin. You can pay a one-time fee and say, hey, go register all my songs. Make sure everything is in there correct. You can pay a fee to get that done. You can do that annually every year instead of paying a company a percentage for X amount of years for a term. You know what I'm saying? On records that's not even making real money. You know what I'm saying? You wondering why you can't get a payout, it's because these people is taking a percentage. You know what I'm saying? If you want to make, if you really want to make music, you have to know, all right, one, nobody can stop you from creating. That's number one. Nobody has the right to say, all right, you can't put out music. No longer do we have gatekeepers or systems in place that stop you from putting out music. That's number one. If you want to make money from music, you have to know the system though. All right? Making the music is one thing. Making money from the music is another. Now for the artists that figure it out, they like, man, look, man, I want to make some money from this shit, and I'm gonna make the music. I need to do both. Listen to me close. You need to figure out, number one, off top, where you gonna put your music out. Find a distributor. Find a distributor. All right, there's plenty of them. I ain't gonna suggest none because I feel that's disingenuous. But I have my favorites. I would suggest to you, find somebody that has a system that you can easily plug in. Let's just say 2Loss. All right. So we distribute through 2Loss. Then go and take your music that you distributed and go and register that music. You're gonna need the codes that you're gonna get the codes from your distributor. Take those codes from your distributor and register them across the different agencies. So once you register the music across these different agencies, this is how you're gonna start your paper trail. All right. Depending on where you are in the world is gonna depend on where you need to distribute your music to. Not even distribute your music to, excuse me, what agencies that you need to register with. Everybody in the world is going to be different. Gotta register the music. And some people, again, to my point I was making, they're going to be lazy. They're not going to want to go take the time to go learn where they need to register music or even how. There's videos online of how to register your songs, how to register your music. There's plenty of information out here. Listen. Okay? Or you can get with Highway Rights Management and we'll get you right. This is what I do for indie artists. I charge a fee or we charge a percentage on what you're making. But again, I'm going to suggest if you're not making a certain amount of money, at least $5,000, don't give up a commission. Unless you can't afford it. If you can't afford it, if you don't have the money to pay somebody, yeah, you may need to work out a percentage. I don't mind doing the admin for you for a percentage. So send us a DM and we'll help you out. We'll get you right. But understanding, once you get that music registered, now you got to go market that music. How do you market your music? It's free with social media. It's free with social media. Marketing your music is free with social media. All you have to do is post it. Create the content and post it. It's simple. You can make as many videos as you want promoting your music. What is stopping you? What is stopping you other than your own self and your own creativity? Because you can go in the car and you can film a video rapping your song. You can walk down the street and make a video singing your song. You can go in the bathroom, make a video of you singing your song. You can sit on the couch, make a video of you singing your song. You can go in your room, make a video of you singing your song. You can go in your backyard, or if you don't got a backyard, go to the grocery store. Go to the gas station. You have unlimited resources around you if you pick your head up and look. But you got to believe that. You got to stop overthinking it. You got to start putting in the work. You got to want it more than anybody. Because the artists that figure this out, they're winning. They're winning. It's artists making hundreds and thousands of dollars a year from their music because they figured it out. You understand what I'm telling you? Like, you can make great music, never put out content, and do well in this market. And when I say never put out content, I'm saying that you're not putting out content as much as most people, because you got to put out some content. So whether that's sharing the song to your Instagram or sharing it to your TikTok or sharing it to your YouTube or whatever the platform is, you got to put out the music to people so that they can get to it and see it. And how the algorithm works, if it's good, it'll catch. You got to just keep going. You got to put up 1,000 shots. Stop being afraid to put up the shots. You know what I'm saying? If you're afraid to put up the shots, you'll never, ever, ever give yourself a chance to win. You know, a lot of artists, I see the problem is in confidence. And once you confident enough, once you confidence is gonna take you to places that you never believed that you could go. But once you believe that you can go, you got the confidence. You confident enough because now it's like, all right, bet. I've been putting this shit down for X amount of years. Now it's time for me to show this shit to people. See, a lot of artists will go into a room full of people and they'll ask for attention. The superstars demand attention because they're confident enough in themselves that they know when I walk into a room, the energy is, they're gonna consume me. And I'm gonna put this shit down. They know they role, they know their assignment. Their assignment is to put their message out into the world. So if it takes coming into this room and convincing these people, well, damn it, that's what I'm about to do. Artists, you gotta believe. You gotta want it. You gotta be so hungry that you're willing to take whatever steps that need to be taken to get to where you gotta go. You're gonna take them because you're hungry, because you want it. If you don't got the desire in you to push yourself to the win, to that final lap, this isn't for you. The music business will chew you up and spit you out. A lot of people get in because they got lucky. There's others, the 1%ers, they stayed in it because they were great. They learned from the game and they won. And then they taught others and they signed up. It can happen for you. This is a multi-billion-dollar business going into a trillion-dollar business, trillion-dollar industry. I want everybody to be a part of this. I want everybody to get them some plaques. I want everybody to get them some money. Straight up. And once you get the money, is what you do with the money that's going to keep you in the game. You know what I'm saying? But look, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to get back to y'all another time. But it's been real, man. D Lansky Show. You already know what it is.